let's make lemonade. Okay. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go. Six. It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
This is The Rush with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson on the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. You know, we talk about all the great new cars you can buy at Willis Automotive. Did you know you can buy pre-owned as well? Willis Waukee Pre-Owned. Yes, they're in Waukee. A great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles close to home. 60 vehicles on their lot today. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. You can call the show at 515-517-2303. And we're always available on our social media channels. Good way to reach out to us on X, Facebook, Instagram. Haven't been on the TikTok in a while, but we'll get back there soon enough. Good morning, Ross Peterson. What's going on?
Not much, bud. How's you? How's the start to the week? What was that?
I golfed all day yesterday. So I was on a golf course all day yesterday, and I played okay. They used. We're getting to the point where they use my putts. And what I mean by that, I provide a really good line. I'm a decent putter. I'm crappy with a chip on a chip shot. 100 yards in, I'm brutal. I can't gauge anything. I can't use a lob wedge. I can't use a pitching wedge. Can't use anything. Get me on the green, and I'm a pretty good judge of a line. So
using that old brass spittoon putter from the 1800s,
dude. I've been getting a lot of compliments on that thing, believe it or not. At my pro-am.
Did you say comments or compliments?
Compliments. They're
really?
Like, man, look at that thing. That's an antique. They're like, we put that in a museum. I said, well, you know.
See, those are comments.
No, I think they're compliments. I think just because I can't use this putter to pick up a ball, everybody's got the scoop thing. It's just a regular putter. And by the way, you could put an Odyssey in my hand, you could put a Ping in my hand, you could put whatever.
As long as it's going to, dude.
It's not going to change.
If they're using your putts, then you're using the right putter.
Exactly.
Putting is like it's a shocking thing when you step back sometimes. I was on this, I can hit the ball pretty well. The last couple of times out, I've really been hitting my 3-wood well. So you hit a good drive, you hit a 3-wood well. Travis, the last couple times I've played a reachable par 5s, I've been on the back of the green in 2.
See?
Eagle putt. Bogey. And you look at it and you go, I went 500 yards in 2 shots.
And I can't go 30 yards in 3.
4 shots to get the last 30. It's the most frustrating thing. But again, not frustrating because I'm not good enough to get mad about it. So I enjoy myself out on the golf course no matter what. If I'm missing putts, it's not going. It's not like I'm taking my scorecard and racing it back to the clubhouse to go, did I set the record?
Here's where I drive a group nuts, right? Is that they want to golf proper. And what I mean by that is, we were on a bent grass fairways yesterday. So bent grass is it's nice, kind of like a green, right? I mean, you're like, oh my God, when I take a divot out of this, you feel bad because the grass is so nice. Well, if I'm 20 yards off the green and on the fairway, I'm putting that mofo.
Oh, that's smart.
Putting.
I like that.
Yeah. And so, but these guys, why are you putting? I go, watch.
Texas wedge, baby.
And I'm like, and they're like, how do you do that? I go, because that's the way I've been playing for years. I can't hit a pitching wedge. I can't hit a lob wedge. I'm just better off hitting it really hard with a putter and getting as close as I can. And we end up using my putt from there because it got within 4 feet of the pin. Like, doesn't matter.
Texas wedge. That's what that's called. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, another cart path only day. And they have here's what's driving me nuts about golf carts today is that most most golf courses, I'm assuming here, if you don't golf a course like this, have like where they can shut off your golf cart if you get off the golf path.
Nicer courses have that, like the restricted areas.
Yes.
Yeah. When I golfed at Wakanda the other day, you'd be driving to a ball and all of a sudden, doo-doo-doo.
They shut you down.
Right, reverse your golf cart. Like, no, my ball's there. No, forward my golf cart.
I just think there comes a time, like it rained yesterday morning here, so I understood it. But by afternoon, it was sunny. The course was dry. I'm like, can we shut the radars down? Can we drive on the cart, on the fairways now? At least give me a 90-degree rule. I'll do that. No, we're gonna keep it up. Cart path only today. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I got my steps in. Do.
That's what and then I'm not good enough to do it, but then I always tell myself, like, I'm just gonna hit this tee shot right by the cart path.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put this on the cart path side of the fairway,
and it goes the opposite
and
side.
it goes 3 fair. Yeah, whack. What? Why is that going that way?
Because the golf gods want you to walk.
Yeah, and then honestly, cart path only. When I hit that tee shot, whack, you go, well, are we going to go around there? Is that like 9? I can just pick that up later, right? Ross,
I'm on the fairway. It just happens to be 2 fairways over.
Right.
So all I did yesterday was golf, and then Dr. Rob came over last night, and he didn't get out of here till like 9:00. So it was.
Oh, was he throwing him down with you?
No, he was on call, so he couldn't come over till later. So we were like, and he's doing some stuff this week. We can't hook back up, so I'm like, well, come on over. We'll sit down. We'll have a conversation, and we did that, and then he bolted, and Owen was over here, and so it was a good day yesterday. Playing phone tag with you. I called you. You called me. I called you. Neither one of us picked up at any time.
Yeah, we did phone tag with each other yesterday.
Yeah.
But I told you what I was calling for the goofy nonsense stuff. It wasn't anything of any importance at all.
Most times we call each other, it's for goofy nonsense or just
really
something that's bothering us.
Really.
Hey, can I run
We
this
talk
by
about
you?
the important stuff on air. Like we talk about the stuff that really matters. Usually that stuff's like, yeah, I'll just tell you about this on the air.
Yeah, or save it for the air. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. I don't want to know anymore. I need my instant reaction.
But like for instance, everything. What's going on with Sean and Lucas? No movement on that.
No
lately?
movement.
Okay.
So we, and people will notice. I had to take yesterday was like their deadline, and I'm probably giving more than I should, but I had to take all their videos and all their previous recordings off yesterday. So they're nowhere to be found as of. I could restore some of it, can't restore others, but they're just waiting to hear back. They've sent the letter, they've sent the reply. Now we're just waiting to hear back to see if the handcuffs will be unloosened.
Unloosened.
No,
loosened. Unloosened would mean
taken
tighten.
off. Taken off.
Right? Unloosened would mean to tighten. But to unloosen.
Now I had to make kind of an executive decision, because they got some advice to go, just do the show. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. I don't want you to get any more trouble. I don't want us to get any trouble. And I know the advice you're getting, and I can respect it. And I'm usually asked for forgiveness, not permission type of guy. But at this point, you've been served a letter. We'll wait this thing out.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth the wait. We can't wait for you to come back.
I think it like, to me, and maybe this is just because of my personal position with it too, but I agree with Berger, who says it's just a petty decision. It just looks worse. So anyway, it's much as it sucks for the boys. All right, well, keep us in the loop, please.
You've heard the latest rumor mill, right? That they're like going to bring a local show back over there.
No.
Yes, that's the rumor. Like they realized, oh, there's nothing local on here.
Had not heard that at all.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting. All right.
Good luck with that, by the way. But
And golf. I say this a lot, but I really do. I stand by it, man. To purists, I'm not talking to you. To the guys that are really good, to the guys that go out there and start the round and think, I'm keeping my score and I'm gonna be under 80 today. That have like real goals. What I'm about to say is not for you. This is for guys like me that go out there and shoot 90 and feel good about it. I shoot
95, I'm feeling pretty. If I break 100,
I've had a couple really nice shots. If I
walk
shot
out and go, I broke 100, boys.
Damn right. Did you guys
5.
see that one chip I had on that one hole? Did you guys see that one? And then on another hole, I hit a 6-iron. This is for guys like us. There should be a different set of norms. And I'm not kidding you here. Guys like us should be able to throw the ball. If you think you can pick the ball up and throw it better than you would be able to strike it with a club, you should be able to do that.
There is a club for that. Remember, we were playing at Urbandale Golf and Country Club.
Oh yeah, the flinger thing.
It was like a lacrosse stick where you put in a golf ball and you flinged it. And they were trying to say, hey, this is going to be the new Craven Golf. It never really took off. And then we were doing it. You're like, oh, we can do it straighter, but it doesn't go as far as hitting it with a golf club. But I'm kind of with you. If I'm 30 yards off, can I just toss it up there instead of using my pitching wedge?
And by the way, try it sometime. It's not as easy as you think it is. I think you should be able to kick a putt. I think I should be able to, because by the way, can't do it nearly as well as you can actually putt a ball. Maybe one time around you should be able to kick a putt and it not count as a stroke. And again, if you're shooting 95, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ross, did you get a 95? No, I got a 94 because I didn't count that time I kicked that ball on 6. Which one of your buddies is going to be like, write it up, write 95. Write 95, you had a 95. If you have friends like that, golf with different people. Call me.
Find different friends.
Have fun on the golf course.
Find different friends.
I think that there should be like a different, if you're going to play it serious. I've always compared it to basketball. If I'm really serious about basketball and I want to go to the Y and play a pickup game, I'm playing on the 10-foot hoops against the other guys that like to play real basketball. But what about the dudes that like to lower to 8 foot and go dunk? What about that? What about those guys? It's a different set of rules. They've changed the game completely. It looks the same, but they've changed the rules so that it's a lot more fun and fits their skill set. Why don't we do that for golf?
It's a gentleman's game. That's why.
It's not a gentleman's game. Dude, we have all these stories about dudes cheating all over it's a gentleman's game until a guy drives to the golf course at 4 a.m, places a ball into a cup, creates his own divot, creates a fake story about grandma dying, takes a fake phone call, drives away from, and then creates a fake hole-in-one so he can steal money from his fellow members. Which part of this was the gentleman? Which step in that story was the gentleman? It's a gentleman's game. Get the fuck out of here. You mean there are rules and people play by rules? So it's a game? Got it.
Maybe we should do this. Christian says, Travis, no chance you're accurately throwing a ball 40 yards.
No way. Accurately? Now, okay, hold on. Describe it. But I'm with Christian. Christian, by the way, is my dude Christian's my buddy that has like 29 hole-in-ones.
See, we need to define am I going to put it in the cup? No. If I'm 40 yards off the green, can I get it on the green better than I can get it on with a pitching wedge? I think I can.
Oh, yeah. I think 40 yards. See, with the throw, this is my point. The throw is so hard. People don't know. I've tried it. It's very difficult.
Wouldn't it be fun to put on a Rush Radio Network golf tournament where you have to throw the entire time?
Not the entire time. We'd be hurting rotator cuffs. You can't throw it. You can't throw a golf ball as nearly as far as you can drive it.
So is at least 2 shots on each hole have to be thrown.
I would say a shot a hole has to be. One shot a hole has to be.
And at some point during the round, one has to be a drive, one has to be, your middle irons, one has to be a pitch, one has to be a putt. But you have to throw it at some point. I'm just saying, from 40 yards off the green, I know myself with a pitch and wedge, I could get it closer.
I'm going to be way more consistent throwing it.
100%.
Like if you give me 10 golf shots from 40 yards and 10 throws, my splatter, what do they call that when you're shooting down range at a bullseye? Your pattern that you have on the that's going to be a lot more precise and concise if I'm throwing it. From 40 yards with a pitching wedge, Travis, I'm going to hit a ball 100 yards. I'm going to hit 110. I'm going to hit 100. Yeah, I'm going to blade one. I might put 2 of them on the green.
Dude, I would put 0 on the green. I would put 0 on the green.
You'd blade one. You'd worm burn one that would roll the right way and get up there. But I'm with you. Throwing it, I think I could do a little bit more accurate. 40 yards. See, this is the fun stuff.
40 yards isn't that far with a golf ball.
Chris, thank you. It's grouping. That's the word I was looking for, Chris. Thank you. John says this one's a good one. Oh, dude, because number 9 at Grandview is one of the more. I don't know what the right word for it is here. I'll use the word tricky.
I take it to par 3.
In the Run DMC fashion, I'll use the word tricky. It's tricky. Because you stand there and the little concrete thing says, number 9, Grandview. And I think it even says like 135. And then you look and you see the pin and it's like 90 yards from you. You're like, 135. Somebody shoot it. And your buddy shoots it and it's like 102. You're like, what? Where'd they? 135's in the parking lot. John says he can throw. I can throw number 9 at Grandview. That's a chuck. It's still 100 yards.
Because 40 yards is doable. Could I throw a golf ball 100 yards? No way.
No way.
No way. There's where my rotator cuff would be like gone.
Right. Dude,
my labrum would come off.
Did I tell you about when we saw Keith and Jenny Murphy at the iCubs and we went and did speedball a couple weeks ago?
No.
Oh, so we ran into Keith and Jenny and we're having beers and we decide, let's go do speedball.
Now, when you say speedball, I'm thinking skee ball.
No, I mean the cocaine and crack that you mix up together. The speedball. We did a speedball. No, I'm kidding.
A little lighter.
So we went, 3 pitches.
Okay.
Monitors your speed.
I'm thinking the target where you roll the ball up,
Skee ball.
The skee ball. That's what I was thinking. You're saying speedball.
Yeah, speedball. Where you go up and you get the 3 baseballs and you throw them as hard as you can at the, tarp catcher.
Okay. It's a good impression, by the way.
Like that? Yeah, it's a tarp catcher.
I like that
my
a lot.
best impression is of a tarp catcher. So, but Jenny and I both won. You know how you win? You guess have you ever played?
Well, I think at Adventureland where they try to guess your weight, guess your height, and guess your speed, right? You get
2 different games. Guess your height, guess your weight was always. I always felt bad for that person. And then the speedball guy was, he'd take your dollar, hand you 3 baseballs. You throw the first 2, he says, how fast?
And you had to be like within 1 or 2 miles per
You had
hour,
to get
right?
it exactly right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you'd go like 49, 50. Yeah. What'd you guess? You go 52, 48. Oh. Walk away holding your arm. And but not only does that, you throw those 3 balls as hard as you can, and you walk away and your shoulders vibrating.
Paging Dr. Sullivan. Paging Dr. Sullivan.
Threw 3 pitches.
So you both won. Let me guess. You topped out at 47.
I think I have the video. I think I'm at 51.
That's impressive.
I think I got to 51.
I mean, it's not going to get you an MLB contract, but the fact that you
It's about the movement and the placement, Travis. It's not about the velocity, all right? Do you realize that like knuckleballers throw the ball harder than that? Tim Wakefield didn't throw the ball 51 miles an hour.
It moved at like 68, right? Dancing
I will
around.
say this. I did have I threw the ball faster than everybody else in the group. So that was the real goal was that. I think it was like 51. It was bad. And Murph was like, well, Ross used to play baseball. I think he'll throw the fastest. I bet Ross is going to throw like 65. I'm like, Ross never threw 65.
I was in my prime in high school. I was in the upper 70s, right? I never hit 80, but at the end of the day, the older you get, and if you haven't thrown a baseball in years like that, your velocity is automatically down.
It hurt.
It's not like you got a slingshot.
Remember, this happened 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Telling the story just made my shoulder hurt. Like, oh yeah, it's burning again.
Again, another great idea that comes up on this show that will probably never come to fruition, but that is throwing the golf ball. Just getting a group together and having a round of golf.
It's tougher than you think. And again, if you're not a good golfer, what's it matter? Why does it matter? Quite frankly, I should never hit out of the sand. Never. If my ball goes in the sand, it's a 5% chance that I'm going to hit a decent shot coming out of there. Have I done it before? Yeah. Was it totally by mistake? Yeah.
But let me ask you an important question.
Okay.
If you were to play 18 holes
Mm-hmm.
where you threw every single ball,
Oh,
first of all,
dude.
your arm would fall off. But would you shoot better than 90? I think
No.
you would.
No.
You don't think so?
Travis, you're not accounting for the distance.
But I am accounting for distance minus the slice, minus the out of bounds. All I'm saying is if you got a downhill drive and you throw it 100 or let's say you throw it 50 or 60 and you get a roll, I'm just saying you're going to be more accurate with your shots throwing than you are hitting them.
Fun to think about. This is fun to think. I'm going back to Fick saying he can throw number 9 on Grandview. Dude, that's 100 yards. I don't think I can throw a golf ball 60. Again, I know it's coming out of my hand at about 50 miles an hour, so I can probably do the math.
And do you hold a golf ball like a two-seamer? Yeah,
That's the thing. How do you grip it?
Do you palm it?
Yeah.
Is it 2 fingers?
Are there different grips for different distances?
Can I put some spin on it?
Exactly. Do I rotate forward to try to get more momentum going? Can I backspin it and get some?
Yeah.
Put the old tie spinner on
flick it. So when it lands on the green, it's going to backspin. You know, if we did this long enough and it caught on, people would figure out how to do all that stuff. It'd be like pickleball. Pickleball started as like this old person sport. And now you're like watching going, this is like tennis. You're hitting it so hard. The back spins, the side spins.
I do think, Travis, that pickleball, if I've heard a story, I don't know that it's fact. It might just be a rumor, kind of like the Dr. Pepper story. But I've heard a story about how pickleball got started, and it basically was like a family reunion that they created a game that all the ages could play, and they created a version of tennis that they could play in the tennis court in the backyard. That's exactly how it got started. And Pickle, I think, was the name of one of the dogs.
Pickle. Then how'd they come up with the name Kitchen? Because the kitchen is part of it.
I don't know. You know the story of Dr. Pepper.
No.
The Dr. Pepper was a real doctor, but he's not the guy that invented the pop. Dr. Pepper had an intern in his early 20s, and this intern was madly in love with Dr. Pepper's daughter. When he went to the doctor and asked for the daughter's hand in marriage, the doctor rebuked him and said, "No, you're not a good enough man. You're not going to be successful enough to have my daughter's hand in marriage."
Damn.
So the intern went off, quit working for the doctor, started working for a different doctor, invented this cola, needed to come up with a name for it, and decided to name the pop Dr. Pepper to spite the doctor. So that every time he would see it in stores, he would think, oh, that could have been my daughter's fortune. My daughter could have married the guy that invented Dr. Pepper.
23 different flavors he used to make that Dr.
Out of
Pepper.
spite. Out of spite. He took it personal.
Hey, do you have electrical problems? Mr. Electric of Central Iowa handles it all, from panel upgrades to ceiling fans, generators, and surge protection. With licensed pros and transparent pricing, book your appointment at MrElectricIowa.com. There was your half hour of nothingness, which we can provide on a daily basis here on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. It is the Rush Radio Show.
Chris writes in and says
Live
there's going to be a
at
group of
the
people getting kicked out.
Well, put that back up. I accidentally
He said there's going to be a group of people getting kicked out of Top Golf because of this discussion.
Yeah, no kidding. You're throwing at the targets. It's illegal. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Live at TheRushRadio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube. This is the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
When you play the new Hawkeye Instaplay ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you could win $20,000 cash instantly. Plus, enter for a chance to become an exclusive VIP game day-inaire at Kinnick Stadium as the Iowa Hawkeyes host the Cyclones on September 12th. And Iowa State fans, don't miss your chance to be part of the action with the new Cyclone Instaplay ticket. You can enter to win too. Pick up yours at an Iowa Lottery retailer today.
Woohoo! When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy, and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
When I'm meeting a new patient, I want them to feel comfortable knowing that odds are I've seen something like this before.
From the moment a patient steps into the room to the moment the patient leaves the office, I think they're going to get a great experience.
I think it feels good coming in and feeling like it's a community here, and you get to be a part of that community and get to be taken care of by that community.
My goal is when they walk out of there to know that I'm fighting for them, I'm pulling for them.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
The Rush Radio Network is proud to bring you live local weekday programming. Check out The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 4 to 6. The Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Hi, I'm John Linares with Willis Lexus, and I'm sad to say summer is almost over. But the good news is it's State Fair time, and that means State Fair savings. Visit our online inventory for reduced prices on select new car models. If you haven't had a chance to experience the all-new ES, I invite you to stop in. We have 2 electric models and hybrid models coming soon. And I want to highlight these 2 models, $799 for a luxury TX and $769 for a luxury RX. This hot deal is on these 2 models only. Visit with your sales consultant for more details or visit us online at willislexus.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Miss any part of the show? Check out the podcast. Just visit therushradio.com or search The Rush with Travis and Ross wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you will get personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience, and judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at iowauro.com. I might have to give them a call. The incontinence is getting out of hand. I mean, when my search comes up now, it's like leak-proof underwear. I don't want to wear the Depends. I don't want to, but there's like this special, bamboo that holds 200 milliliters of drippage that promises not to stink, right? So it's like, because, when you put the underwear back up, if you don't have the protection, you get the dribble. It's the incontinence. This is what happens when you hit your mid-50s.
I think of Zabel. I used to record commercials for Jim Zabel, and I have some really fun memories with that. I remember having him call Bill Blank one time and leaving him a voicemail. I love it. But my favorite one ever. We had remember Blinks? They were the 5-second commercials we had. Do you remember these?
I don't remember those. No.
And then we had 2-second commercials. And the best one, the best 2-second commercial ever was Jim Zabel. And it went, incontinent? Call Medically Yours. It was like it was a medical store for people that were aging, and incontinent? Call Medically Yours. There you go, buddy. Now you've reached the age of incontinence. I'm getting inundated with juicer ads.
Really?
Yeah,
you mean like fruit juicers? Like
like a cast iron juicer. Last day of the sale, Travis.
Iron juicer?
For the last week. It's been the last day of the sale. They're practically giving them away. Over $100 off. $89 for this cast iron juicer. Do you know how often I would use a juicer?
Not very often. You'd think you would use it.
Probably one of those things I think I would use.
So it's one of those things where you click, you're like, I better look at it. It still says a countdown of 8 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah. This is the last day of the sale. Okay, they're giving them away today, and then tomorrow they go back up to like $289. But then your algorithm is convinced because you watched this juicer ad, right? Like, oh, this guy's real close to buying a juicer. We're gonna force these fucking juicers down his throat. Travis, I'm not kidding. Like every third video I see now, like, hey, your favorite color's about to run out of stock. We're selling these things so fast we don't even know how. Every fruit's going to be juiced eventually. We're selling all the juicers.
Only 2 left in blue. We know you like blue.
Blue? Oh, I need a blue one. They do blue cast iron? I need that one. Then I saw one. The guy had 3 juicers lined up next to each other because, each time you squeeze a half an orange, you only get about this much juice in it.
Yeah, but do you want the pulp or do you not want the pulp?
And so this guy, he was really smart. He filled his entire countertop with juicers and then he cuts the oranges, and then he can go, and then he's got one glass of orange juice. And think that only cost him, $800.
Everybody's worried about me now, telling me to get my prostate checked. I get my prostate checked on a regular basis. Not by myself, but, yearly at my physical from my doctor, Sometimes you just dribble.
That's what Dr. Rob's doing when it comes over all the time. I get it.
Rob, let me see your finger. Here's some gloves. You want the KY? Nah, let's skip that today.
Why has Rob got to get so drunk every time he goes over to Travis's? Well,
let me tell you. Let me tell you why Rob's got to get hammered. Coming up in about an hour, Matt Walker, the head coach of the Drake football team, going to be joining us. The Bulldogs kicking off the season Thursday at Drake Stadium against the South Dakota School of Mines. The Hard Rockers are coming to Des Moines. They're a Division II school out of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. So we're going to talk to Coach Walker, talk about the sweet uniforms they've had. But it's good just to be talking football, and we'll be doing that. Speaking of talking football, Ross, the Big Ten Network made a stop in Iowa City yesterday. Now, I don't know if a lot of people follow Dave Revsden on X or not, but Dave is kind of the face of the Big Ten Network. I love Dave Revsden. I always have when he was on ESPN. When he made the transition to the Big Ten Network, it was kind of this natural transition. He's done really well with the Big Ten Network. But they do that Big Ten tour. And you could almost tell by the tweets that he was sending out, he felt bad talking not negatively about Iowa, but as he said, it wasn't Iowa's best day when they showed up.
Yeah.
And I never thought about when you go to these places, you go to all of them, maybe there is this pressure to perform because it's an all-day production with the Big Ten Network. I mean, they're doing interviews, they're showing stuff, and it just was not, according to Revsden.
Okay. It's funny how this works. It's funny because my brain kind of did the exact opposite yours did, Trav.
Okay.
Where at first I thought, I'm like, nope, no big deal. But maybe it is because the lights got brighter all of a sudden. They felt a little bit of that pressure of the Big Ten Network showing up. I saw that same thing of Dave Revsden saying, essentially, I think the tweet I saw, and I'm paraphrasing.
And he had a number of them yesterday, but there's a couple that stuck
The one
out.
I saw may not have even come from Dave Revsden, but essentially it said, I trust Kirk Ferentz.
That was from Dave.
Thank you. Okay, and it said the offense didn't look good today, but we've done this enough times with Kirk Ferentz to be able to read him, and he isn't worried about it. He's seen a lot of things that shows that this offense is going to be really good, and so I trust Kirk Ferentz and his response to it. The fact that, and I hadn't really thought about that pressure. In my mind, it was like, well, it was just a bad day of practice, and that's okay.
I don't know if it's pressure, but you kind of know they're there because all of a sudden you've got cameras all around, you've got sets set up, you're getting watched, you're going to be on the Big Ten Network all day long, and it's just one of those things where. Do you tighten up a little bit? I mean, he even said, Hecklinski was not good yesterday. Neither quarterback was good yesterday, and Hecklinski had to deal with some turnover problems. And these guys, whether it's fair or not, have gotten more exposure to Iowa football than any other press member because they got to spend a whole day there, right? And the consensus was they have not made a quarterback decision. And that's the danger of a public scrimmage week number 1 where somebody comes out and has a great game and you go, there's a lot of practices that's left yet. There's a lot of practices.
This is something that this is such a broken record, it feels like. I mean, for Hawkeye fans,
that's what Berger says. Issues at quarterback. Lather, rinse, repeat.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. And not that it's every single year. There have been years where there've been a lot of years, more years than not under Kirk Ferentz. By this point in the year, we knew exactly who the starting quarterback was going to be. These situations don't ever seem to work out when you've got two guys that are battling this late into it. Because Travis, what you've talked about this, man, it instantly sows doubt. It instantly sows as whoever starts. Brown starts that first drive and he overthrows Diaz on the opening drive. Put it Hecklinski. Hecklinski fumbles a snap. put in Brown. Kirk Ferentz knows this better than we do and doesn't want to deal with it more than we don't want to. So it must really be, I'm just assuming, again, I'm trusting Kirk Ferentz. I'm just assuming it really is that close of a battle between these two. And does this mean, Travis, that you expect to see both of them? Like, if it's this close, this late, we're days away from kickoff now. You can technically say that. We're days away. And you still don't know who your starting quarterback is going to be? Is it now okay? What if in 9 days, Kirk Ferentz comes out and says, all right, here's the deal. It's Hecklinski. Even better for Iowa fans, play it this way. Brown's the starting quarterback, and he's going to take, ideally, he takes 99% of the snaps. Is that okay to do now?
You're going to have to sooner or later, right? I mean,
I don't think you can. I don't think you can
99, probably not. But according to Revson yesterday, they're both, Hecklinski was working primarily with the number ones, but so was Brown. But you're a week and a half away from kickoff now. You've got to start dialing it in. You've got to be set on who your starter is going to be. From a repetition standpoint, from a timing standpoint, you're going to have to, as they say, shit or get off the pot, right?
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think it's, I'd rather have one quarterback than two. We'll see. I'm trusting Kirk Ferentz. I don't think that the quarterback is the make or break for a Hawkeye football season most of the time. And I'm guessing if neither one of these guys is grabbing the job and running away with it, then that'll be the case this year.
But would that be, for all we've heard about the wide receivers core and the tight ends, you don't want to see that group wasted, right? I mean, we've heard Tyler Kluver's been on here, and we won't know it till we see it.
Not just Kluve. This has come from the coaching staff, which is very rare, which is why people are like, whoa, what's this gonna mean? Wait and see.
I do like the idea that it casts doubt. But I like what Revson said is we've been through this, 27 years now with Kirk Ferentz? The guy's earned enough street cred to go, there's no reason to panic because we watched a bad practice.
On the whole,
yes,
I completely agree with it. In the quarterback position, does Kirk Ferentz deserve that same sort of leeway and credibility? My answer to that is no.
That's fair. It's 100% fair. Understand why you would say that.
They just haven't had the production from that position outside of when you've had players that could make those special types of plays. When you had the C.J. Beathards, then you could, Mark Gronowski, who could make other plays happen within the system. That's and again, do either one of these guys seem to have that skill set that are going to make things happen on top of the play that's been called in from the sideline? Are they C.J. Beathard or are they Spencer Petras?
Is it fair to even compare them to anybody?
Don't know. Right now, right now, have no idea.
This is why we need to kick the season off. Seriously, I mean, you can only talk about what ifs until what ifs happen.
I'm just saying that I don't like the way that this is shaping up just from a fan's perspective of drives not every drive is going to result in a touchdown.
No.
And the first time it doesn't, or the first time there's a turnover, or maybe that first week they even come out and say, hey, we still haven't made a decision. We're going to go Hecklinski gets 2 drives, Brown gets 2 drives. We've seen those systems like that before.
I don't like those systems.
And then the fans have to pick their favorite, and it just shows me that neither one of them is running away with the job, and that's not a good sign. I've never seen that be a good sign. What was the year? Was it Jake Rudock and CJ Beathard? Was that the year that it was like, oh man, we got this, and they didn't take a snap?
Yeah, Rudock didn't take or what? No, it was Beathard. What
was that? Was that right?
Like the bowl game or like one or two, and it's like, can we just play him to see? And then it was like, the rumors after they got beat by Tennessee was like, well, Beathard's going to leave.
That's right. Yeah, Hawkslayer Bowl.
I mean, that was the last time we actually thought that Kirk Ferentz might lose his job. Remember that? It was like, you're on the hot seat, dude. Beathard was going to leave. Rudock ends up at Michigan.
So anyway, I've never seen it work out and be a great thing, and I don't anticipate it's going to be this time. I think it's a wait and see, and I love that the team is ranked 22nd in these preseason polls, despite the fact that we're having this conversation about the quarterback.
Well, the good part is there is time, meaning the offensive line is going to be solid. You've got a deep running back room. In your first couple games, you should be able to rely on the running game and let your quarterback ease into it. Not that you want your quarterback to ease into it, but it doesn't need to be
you need him
out of the gate the focal point.
These again, we mentioned Kluver a lot, but he and you can be upset with the guy for all sorts of reasons, whatever. I love having him on. I love his perspective.
I love Kluve.
It's one of the dudes that can actually say, hey, I remember what it was like the first time I ran out of that tunnel. And it does remind me of last year when Gronowski came out and struggled. I was like, what
we
is
just
this
pay for here?
What is this we just got? And Kluve right away was like, pump the brakes. There's this adrenaline thing that's going through you can't even understand it. So that first game, Travis, that's going to be important. Hand the ball off, take the snap, hand the ball off. Take the snap, hand the ball off.
And you know why you do that? You set your guy up for success.
Yep.
Build a rhythm.
Yep. Fail on third down, jog off the field, feel the pressure of that crowd. Because next week against Iowa State, it's times 1,000.
And then sooner than you realize, you're knee deep into a really tough portion of the Big Ten schedule.
Dude, when is that? When is the? Let's go look at something here real quick. All right, efforting.
By the way, just going back to the Big Ten Network, I think what they do on a yearly basis with the tours of all the Big Ten schools is some of the best television and some of the best preseason coverage you get. I really, really love what the Big Ten Network does. When you spend basically 24 hours with the team, dig in deep, have those deep conversations, show practice, it's good stuff.
It's
good
maybe for us. I've had a lot of guys like, I don't underappreciate it. I was gonna say it's an underappreciated thing in my life, where it can be June, and you can take the family out to eat and sit down and look up, and there's an Ohio State game on TV.
Yeah,
and it's enough that you're like, okay, oh yeah, football.
I mean, I was watching Brett Bielema in Illinois this morning. I'm just fat, and if you get the right coach who's I use the word vulnerable enough to have honest and real conversations, you're like, okay, you just feel like you have a better appreciation for each program.
I pulled up the Iowa schedule because that Michigan game that you're talking about where, man, things are going to get real. Travis, you realize that is 1 month from tomorrow.
1 month from tomorrow.
September 26th. Will be the Iowa-Michigan game.
Wow.
We'll be a month into the season in 32 days.
Gets real fast. Gets real fast.
Holy cow. That run, dude. At Michigan, home with Ohio State, at Washington. 3 top 25 teams, 2 of them on the road, and the number 1 team in the country at home. Win. Protect yourself at all times. Come out fighting and protect yourself at all times.
Speaking of quarterback battles, the Cleveland Browns named Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback for the season going in over Shedeur Sanders. And now Deshaun
happy
Watson.
ending to his preseason there for Deshaun Watson.
But and so Deshaun Watson is now backing off of comments he made after the last preseason game where he criticized Cleveland fans for booing him.
Yeah.
And, he had the gall to say, we all know why they're booing. It's not about the play on the field. Oh, yes, it is. Because you've barely played for the Cleveland Browns since you signed a record contract that might go down as one of the worst deals in NFL history. He actually said, Ross, that he wanted to play every game on the road because he gets disrespected by Cleveland fans. I got news for you, Deshaun. And I get that you're a professional athlete and a professional quarterback. If you would have delivered on the goods, they would not be booing you. If you were winning games, if you were healthy, they would not be booing you.
Travis, even when he's been healthy, he's been bad for the Browns.
Yes.
So since 2022, if you take, since he joined the Browns, which seems crazy that was 4 years ago, since 2022, of the 50 quarterbacks with at least 15 starts, because again, he hasn't started a lot, but he's had 15 starts for the Browns. He has the second lowest quarterback rating of any quarterback with 15 starts. Will Levis is the only quarterback that's been worse in the NFL over that time. He's been bad. Now, worst contract that we've seen, worst trade, laughable organization, brings in a toxic guy who can't perform, who, when the crowd starts to react to him, blames the crowd for that, says, hey, we all know this ain't about the play on the field, when it very much was compounded by the bad play on the field. But you're right. It's not about the bad play on the field. It's the fact that you're a bad dude. It's like people didn't want to root for you, number one.
But they would have if you won, right?
Exactly. They would have if you would have played well. You don't even play well. And then when you don't play well, you bitch at the fans about it. Man, this is the same people that cheered when I got hurt. Way to endear yourself to the crowd. Bill Fennelly walking around shaking hands with everybody, and this guy standing up. Man, don't even like you people.
I want to play every game on the road.
And
Because a
then
home
you come
game
back
feels
and
like
say,
a road game.
I would like to apologize for my comments. I understand that some of my comments may have been perceived in such a way that may have portrayed my feelings in a way that such as,
do you think the franchise pulls him in after they name him and start to say, you got to go walk back your comments? You have to walk back your comments.
Absolutely. Somebody from the organization said, by the way, tomorrow when a microphone gets put in front of your face, whether it's his, maybe not somebody from the organization, maybe it's his agent, somebody reached out to him and said, hey, this is really bad. You've made a lot of PR fumbles lately. This is only making them worse.
And every mistake you make moving forward is they're going to let you know about it. You need to know.
How did they not get in his head a long time ago and I'm not joking about this, bring in Marshawn Lynch. Bring in Marshawn Lynch and say, talk to our guy about how to handle the media. Because I'm giving away the playbook here, but this is how it has to go. Deshaun, anytime a microphone gets put in front of your face, you thank God, you thank your teammates, and you shut up. You thank God, you thank the team, the owners, the league, and then you shut up. What if he says, I don't believe in God? I didn't ask about that. I'm telling you how to win this PR game. And then when they
what's
ask
the difference between Deshaun Watson and Marshawn Lynch? Marshawn Lynch
never got it, and he never got in that he never had these things. But Marshawn Lynch was smart enough to go, I'm just here so I don't get fined. What do you think about the third down? I'm just here so I don't get fined. Deshaun, what did you think about the people booing you? Man, I do want to thank God for the opportunity to be out there. I'm glad that the Browns have allowed me the opportunity to show people that I am not the sum of my mistakes. Write this shit down, Deshaun. And then when the media, when they start asking you questions, pull out your little book and go, I'm just happy to be here. I would like to thank all of my teammates for their support in this rough time. I couldn't do it without the Browns organization and the fine people of Cleveland, Ohio. And you know what people in Cleveland would do? That's our quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Instead of saying, I feel disrespected by my own fans.
Yeah,
well,
I can't believe they would boo me when I suck.
The thing about respect is no matter who you are, you don't get to command respect. You have to earn respect. And that goes with any profession you're in. You're just not automatically respected. You have to earn that respect. And if you go out and you suck or you get injured again, people are going to go, here we go.
Timmy T. Box. Marshawn Lynch being smart is a crazy take. It is. The guy had that part of it right. The guy could produce. He's a character. He's an absolute character. But the media stuff, he nailed it. And in these situations, like Deshaun Watson is in, that's how it's got to be handled. You've got to have somebody that is willing to just say, hey, I'm not playing the game here. Instead of Deshaun Watson, who goes out there and says, man, you know who I blame? All y'all. I blame all y'all. I know I got a horrible reputation. I know I'm not performing on the field. You know whose fault this is? You.
Yours. It's a you problem, not a me problem.
What if Marshawn Lynch had a chance to sit down with him and said, hey, next time, homie, go out there and be like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You know, sometimes you need a drink that just feels different, and Fresca delivers a crisp citrus taste that's right, refreshing, and perfect for any time of the day. Whether you're enjoying it straight from the can, over ice, or as your favorite mocktail mixer, Fresca from Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company brings a little extra refreshment to every moment. Grab a Fresca and taste why so many people are making it their go-to citrus refreshment. Got an hour in the books, got an hour to go. Drake head football coach Jeff Walker going to be joining us at 7:30. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Live at TheRushRadio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube. This is the Rush Radio Network. Sports. Talk. Iowa.
When you play the new Hawkeye Instaplay ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you could win $20,000 cash instantly. Plus, enter for a chance to become an exclusive VIP game day-in-air at Kinnick Stadium as the Iowa Hawkeyes host the Cyclones on September 12th. And Iowa State fans, don't miss your chance to be part of the action with the new Cyclone Instaplay ticket. You can enter to win too. Pick up yours at an Iowa Lottery retailer today.
Woohoo! At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Brendan Santone here at Willis Cadillac. Coming into August, back to school time. We have a full lineup of our EV models available to come check out. It's Vistic, Optic, or Lyric. We have a few of each. Behind me to my left is going to be a new color for this year, 2027, Cashmere with a light interior, very elegant. And then to the right is a silver with black kind of combination, more of a sporty look. So whichever you prefer, we got a little bit of everything. Come see us in Clive at Willis Cadillac or at williscadillac.com.
After Hawkeye football games this season, it's your turn to get in on the action. Travis Justice and Ross Peterson are taking your calls for the Black and Gold Rush. Find it here on the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
This is The Rush with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson on the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Chevrolet of Granger. Chevy is bringing big savings this August. Get 0% financing for 5 years with no payments for 90 days on eligible 2026 Silverado models, or lease the popular Trailblazer for as low as $289 a month. The Trax is also available with 2.9% financing, giving you even more ways to save. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushladio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube this morning, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. Call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. Got a busy second hour. Matt Walker, the head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, going to be joining us at 7:30, talking about the Drake football team kicking off the season on Thursday at Drake Stadium. If you're in that football type of mood, just go support the Bulldogs, because it'll get you geared up for high school football, college football, you name it. Again, Matt Walker joining us at 7:30. Ross, yesterday we talked a lot about, professional athletes.
Yes, I think I know where you're going here, because I just
okay. We are in bizarro world, right? And because of the 5-for-5 ruling, you have injunctions and temporary restraining orders, and it's a legal mess that you have people that are in NFL training camps that are now in the transfer portal trying to go back to college. And leading the charge is Lane Kiffin at LSU, which there is an interesting thing that's happening at LSU and within the SEC. The presidents of the SEC got on a meeting with Greg Sankey yesterday, and then last night released a statement saying professional athletes should not be allowed to go back to college. They should not be allowed to return. This is just wrong. But yet, one school in the SEC is leading the charge. So you have a conference saying, no way should this happen. And then you got Lane Kiffin, who refuses to talk specifically about the recruits. He goes, I'm recruiting. I can't talk. I can't talk about these guys.
This guy, come on. Hats off to Lane Kiffin for being able to do all of this shit he does with a straight face.
And a very straight face.
Like he's either like a true sociopath or he is a great actor. Because man,
And
this guy can
I don't mean this in any way negative. I think he's on the spectrum a little bit.
His ability to play ignorance, to feign ignorance while manipulate. I mean, I've never seen a guy who has that little kid thing in him where he puts his finger in the pie and you go, hey, don't put your finger in the pie. And he goes, my finger's not in the pie. My finger's not in the pie. Yeah. And I remember hearing a story one time, Trav. I worked with this guy named Dan McClintock. And Dan was a rock and roll guy. He talked like this. He'd worked in Detroit in the 70s and 80s, right? And he had these amazing stories about being on a Detroit rock station in the 80s. And one of them was about Van Halen. He's like, man, Van Halen came to town one time and they walk in and Eddie Van Halen is chain smoking. Now, you've been in a radio station. All the equipment's like super sensitive. You can't smoke inside of a radio station. Eddie Van Halen.
In the 70s, you could.
Eddie Van Halen walks in blowing heaters. And they're like, hey, Eddie, can you just not smoke while you're in the studio with? And he's like, yeah, no problem. You bet. After this one, I'll put it out. Literally lights up his next cigarette. Sorry, after this one. 20-minute interview. He blows heaters the entire time. Also apologizing the entire time that he's smoking the heaters. After this one, I'm out. Lighting up another one. That's Lane Kiffin. I just can't believe that we're doing all this stuff. I can't believe they're allowing me to do all this stuff.
And here's his take when it comes to when he's asked, do you think professional athletes should go back to college?
I think that situations are different. So, in general, should NFL players come back to college? I believe, it doesn't matter necessarily what I believe, that answer would be no. I think every circumstance should be looked at differently. This is a very unique circumstance. Again, because I think there's not a lot of education on this, how this all happened. The judge found that these players should have been told and should have known that they were going to be eligible for a fifth year, which every player moving forward, every athlete moving forward in all sports has. And so they should have known that in December when they were making decisions. Had they known that, they would have stayed.
Do I think they should come back? No, but let's step back and look at the circumstances. The rules changed, and they weren't informed about the rule change. They were out of eligibility at the time. They had no choice but to go pro.
One of my favorite.
Do I think they should? No.
That's great. That's the best part of that thing. But there's a tactic in there that's always fun too, and that is the thing of like, hey, I just know more about this than you guys do. I don't blame you guys. You're just stupid. You don't have the education that I do. I think if you were more educated about this situation, then you would come to my conclusion because I'm more educated about it. See, in December, let's play this back. Because what he's talking about is this tight end that signed with the Browns, was an undrafted free agent, was in their training camp, and now he's going to come back and play for LSU. But Travis, he played for who last year?
Ole Miss.
Who was the head coach of Ole Miss last year?
Lane Kiffin.
What's the head coach of LSU telling us that this young man didn't have the right information? He with information was withheld from him in December of last year that didn't allow him to make the correct decision on what would be best for him. And his coach at that time was negotiating to become the head coach for a competitor, for a rival school. So his head coach at that time didn't tell him that his full options about being able to return for a 5th year of school, while that coach was negotiating to become the head coach of a rival school. When he becomes the head coach of that rival school, then the information is relayed to this young man, or at least at a later date, after he's made the decision to go undrafted free agent status. The poor guy, poor Lane Kiffin. The guy gets caught in the middle of all this stuff.
He does not mind being a lightning rod, right? I mean, I don't think it phases him being the lightning rod. He's almost embraced it.
That's why I say this guy it's almost impressive.
Now,
it really is. It's like on that borderline. I'll be honest. I'm impressed by it. I don't like it, but it's impressive that a guy can, with that sort of naive conviction, it's all the time.
Like, what do you want?
What do we do?
And one of his first answers is, it's almost the moral high ground. And this is how he started his news conference yesterday.
At the end of the day, because of these rulings, they're either going to play for you or they're going to play somewhere else around the country. So we've made a decision to recruit them, like probably most people are.
The moral high ground. If Travis, not me,
I told you yesterday.
Else.
Yesterday, I said, you know what the best argument here is? Hey guys, somebody's going to do it. I told you this yesterday. I said the best thing that they can come out and say is, man, somebody's going to do it. A judge is the one that said he's available to be recruited. So now I just have to. I'm not doing my job if I don't recruit the best players. I'm just trying to give a young man an opportunity. You guys don't know his story. You don't know his story. And if you were educated about his story and how he got to where he is and how he's a 24-year-old or 22, 23-year-old man who's just not quite good enough to make the NFL, you'd all be heartbroken by this. It's a true Moonlight Graham story. And here I am, Kevin Costner, showing up, trying to give this young man another shot at his dream. And it's my fault?
Do you know what another tactic in this in this whole thing is? It's calling them kids.
Yeah, you nailed it.
So, because if he's in an NFL camp, they're men. If all of a sudden you're back at college, well, these kids. The word kids wants you to make you feel sympathetic towards them. So, well, these kids. You're not a kid at 23.
Scott is correct that the 5-for-5 announcement didn't come till after December. That's a good point. So, but when Lane
that happens. I mean, they're trying to figure out how to stop the 6-7 years of eligibility, and they finally said, let's just get rid of the red shirt. Let's put a time on this. And sure, it came about late, but our whole argument yesterday was sometimes rules get in place and you didn't get a benefit from the rule. Others will, others won't. You just can't go, well, sometimes you got to go, that's life. You're screwed. Sorry.
And Travis, it's not the funny. I thought maybe you were going to start this whole conversation because it's bigger than just football. It's bigger than just this one tight end.
Oh, by the way, LSU has a basketball player that's now.
A Louisiana judge on Monday granted R.J. Louise Jr. the 2025 Big East Player of the Year, a temporary injunction to play for LSU this season despite signing multiple NBA contracts. After starring for St. John's in 24-25 and securing second-team All-American honors, he went undrafted in the 25 NBA draft, signed a two-way contract with the Jazz, then an Exhibit 10 contract with the Celtics G League affiliate after he was traded from Utah to Boston and later waived. He saw preseason action but never appeared in a regular season game. Then committed to LSU in May.
And his situation's different. He'd been out of school. He played, in the G League, and now he wants to come back for that 5th year. At least I could look at the kid from the Browns and go, okay, you at least just graduated school or left school. This guy was already a professional and now wants to come back.
But you started this hour by telling me that the school presidents got together and said
last night.
we're not doing that. We don't agree with it.
They don't agree with it. They didn't say they weren't going to do it.
Yeah,
they said we don't agree with it. We do not believe professionals should be able to come back to college. But until it's actually illegal, we can't stop it. We're not going to tell Lane not to go there.
When they asked the CEO about his company's higher prices on the shelves, he said, I hate that it's squeezing Americans, but everybody else is doing it too. I hate that this is happening. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with my products being at a higher price.
But I'm paying more for the goods to produce it.
Yep. I understand, and I don't like it, the CEO said. I don't like those higher prices, but everybody else is doing it. What do you expect? If I don't charge you more for the toilet paper, Charmin will.
Lane was right about one thing, and listen to this next clip from Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
And you tell me what he was right about.
I believe that my job is to LSU and the LSU people that hire me and the fans, in that if players are available to recruit and are made eligible, and this happens all the time around the country. This is not new that this happens. Normally they're individual cases, as you've seen through time. You have very significant quarterbacks last season and this coming season that were ineligible by the NCAA and made eligible by injunctions. So this is really not new. I just think some people aren't realizing how similar all the situations are because of that.
His correct statement is, my job is to LSU and the fans and the people that hired me. And he's not wrong there.
Nope.
You're getting paid a boatload of money. You've got a lot of NIL money. My job is to win championships. That's what they hired me to do.
Did you see him combine the two there with the guys, this isn't it's actually three. Number one, this isn't my responsibility. Somebody else made this decision. Number two, everybody else is going to do it. I have to. I have to do it. I'm not doing my job if I don't do the thing that I say I don't want to do. That's fantastic. And then the thing at the end again, a very end again. Again, if you guys just understood this at the level that I do, I feel sorry for you that you're not as smart as I am or don't know all the information I have. And I can't really give you the information because you're not in the know. So if you're not in the know, I can't get you in the know.
You got to be part of a secret society, which is the coaching society, to really fully comprehend what's going on here.
Yeah. It's the old Eagles line. She can't take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. You can't get there from here. I can't teach. I'm sorry that you guys are too stupid to understand this the way that I do.
It's almost laughable. You know, we could be really upset, but to me, it's laughable because, and I don't even blame the NCAA here. The NCAA with the 5-for-5 tried to fix the best it could.
I agree.
And so it's the injunctions. It's just, you just sit and go, it's bizarro world.
Travis,
we can be upset, but if Iowa State
don't let him escape it. Don't let him wiggle out of it. It's Lane Kiffin.
No, but what I'm saying is, if Iowa was doing this, if Iowa State was doing this, would we be just as upset, or would we be like, exactly,
get our dudes, go win?
Yes,
go win. This is why it's easy to go, oh, we do it the right way. We do it the right way. Because we don't have to do the mental gymnastics of, oh my gosh, we're bringing in professionals to win these games. Lane Kiffin does a masterful job. It is impressive how the guy puts on that face of like, I'm just the victim here. I'm just twisting in the wind of all this nonsense. How am I?
What am I supposed to do? I'm just adapting.
Right. They just told me that there was a good kid that could play football, and I'm supposed to win football games. And by the way, he's a good kid. If you knew his story.
My follow-up question to Lane Kiffin would have been this. So you're bringing this kid in from the Browns because you said he would have come back. If he would have made the Browns team, would he still have said, I'm going to forego my shot at the NFL to come back to play for LSU? Or is it the fact that he was going to get waived because he's not good enough to play in the NFL and he needs to go make money? Because I promise you, Ross, if he was going to make an NFL roster, he would have stayed on an NFL roster.
I am interested. Again, I pulled this up yesterday, and I kind of thought about it throughout the day yesterday. The kid that Trey Green, the starting tight end for LSU, last year caught 7 touchdowns.
Pretty good number.
That's a good number for a college tight end. Where it's happened, they're just going to run that 2 tight end set, I bet.
Could be like the old Iowa offense. They're both going to stand up.
This whole thing of what was that called? What was that formation with the dual? Remember, they had a name, didn't it? Or no. What am I thinking? When the defensive line would not get down. What was that called? God, I can't believe it. My brain.
The Raider defense. The Raider package.
Raider package. Yeah. We would get excited
I missed
about
the Raider package.
I loved it.
You're bringing the heat, baby. Bringing the heat.
But I just, whenever they talk about the opportunity, we got to come on. You want to take away this young man's opportunity? Trey Green standing there going, what about mine? What about my he's going to be a junior this year. So that was his sophomore year. He's got 11 touchdowns to his first 2 years as a tight end at LSU. And now he's going to be competing here a week before the start of the season. A guy from the Browns joins the roster.
It's the line that's been crossed. And it's frustrating, but comical, bizarro, all at the same time. It's crazy. But again, do I think this should happen? No. But since it can, we'll let it happen.
Austin said, so this kid can be drafted a second time. He didn't get drafted the first time. He was an undrafted free agent.
And something tells me that if you went undrafted the first time, you're probably going to go undrafted the second time.
Is this same situation happening with Aaron Graves?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, think 717. I don't know. I'm guessing his name starts with TH. See how he has the TH capital on?
Oh, yeah.
He says, what about Aaron Graves coming back to Iowa? What are we doing?
I think
I thought he was
I actually
on
think
the
Kirk Ferentz would say no. It'd be like, we've spent our allotment, our rosters are set. We can't do this. Sometimes you just got to move on and grow up. Not that hard.
I had not heard this. Yeah. Anyway, look for that. Oh, Iowa's been in communications with his agent by Joe Knapp asks really good questions. Can we get Jess Settles one more year, please?
I mean, he only had 10. It seemed like it anyway.
He's such a good sport about it. I like Jess a lot.
Well, you embrace it, right? You know the jokes that are out there. You can either get pissed about them or you can embrace them. You go ahead and embrace them. Have fun with it. See, Cal Raleigh hit 3 home runs last night?
I did see that. He had I, for some reason, thought that he had done that before, but I feel like the headline I saw said this was career high for him, 3 home runs in an
it's
MLB
first time he's
game.
hit 3 home runs in a game.
Okay.
First time for the Mariners since 1996. The last guy to do it was his current manager. So, I mean, a 3 home run game is not all that common, right?
Mm.
Now, Raleigh only has 17 home runs this year. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's dealt with some injuries, but he's got, and Ross, it raised his batting average from like 159 to 167. It's not like he's smoking the ball at the plate.
Boy, that was a fall off, wasn't it?
Well, that's off the proverbial cliff, right?
And oh my gosh, he's hitting 167.
167.
I mean, Travis played in 98 games. Boy, I did not know. I had not looked at Cal Raleigh's stats this year. I'm shocked by that. Good for him for having the 3 home runs, but whoa. 160?
We're not talking about Cal Raleigh today like we were a year ago at this
Not
time when
even
he was
close.
on it.
Remember a year ago, dude, it was like, is this guy the new superstar of baseball? I mean, that was the level of conversation of, is this guy going to be like a torchbearer at some?
But when you go from 60 to 17 and hit 167, you're not the torchbearer by any means.
Listen, and in this day and age, a drop-off like that is going to bring questions like this.
Is it fair?
Is Cal PED suspicious? Yep. Fair, not fair? It's the world we live in. Guy hit 60 home runs, now he can't hit the ball.
Black and gold or cardinal and gold, whatever your fan base, your winnings could be instant with the new Iowa Hawkeyes or Iowa State Cyclone Instaplay tickets from the Iowa Lottery. Both of these Instaplay tickets have a top prize of $20,000, and that prize is worth storming the field for any football fan. Instaplay tickets are easy to buy. Simply ask your cashier at your favorite Iowa Lottery retailer today. Matt Walker, head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, whose season kicks off on Thursday, scheduled to join us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
When you play the new Hawkeye Instaplay ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you could win $20,000 cash instantly. Plus, enter for a chance to become an exclusive VIP game day-in-air at Kinnick Stadium as the Iowa Hawkeyes host the Cyclones on September 12th. And Iowa State fans, don't miss your chance to be part of the action with the new Cyclone Instaplay ticket. You can enter to win too. Pick up yours at an Iowa Lottery retailer today.
It's August, and that means back to school time is upon us. And we here at Willis Infinity want to make sure you and your teen driver's vehicle are safe and reliable for the year ahead. That's why we're offering a complimentary vehicle inspection. Just bring you or your teen's car to any Willis service center, and our skilled technicians will check over things like brakes, tires, and more. Any make, any model. So schedule your appointment online at willisinfinity.com.
Another day in paradise.
You said it, buddy. Wait, hush up, it's him.
With over 20 years of experience, Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions can help.
I don't like the sound of that.
Whether it's birds in your dryer vent, ants in your kitchen, or bats in your attic.
Did you just say bats?
Call us today and see how Bats and Bugs can help prevent your home from becoming their home.
Not good, not good.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm out of here.
Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions. Even the pests know.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
I like to buy America from hometowns near and far. All pursuing happiness doesn't matter who you are.
The Rush Radio Network is proud to bring you live local weekday programming. Check out The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 4 to 6. The Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner at Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
It's August, and that means it's almost time to send your kids back to school. And here at Willis Lexus, we want to make sure you and your teen driver's vehicle are safe and reliable for the year ahead. So for this month, we're offering a complimentary vehicle inspection. Just bring you or your teen's car into any Willis service center, and our skilled technicians will check over things like your brakes, tires, and more. Any make, any model. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com. Thank you.
Streaming live all over the state of Iowa and the rest of the world. This is the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Of course, football is almost here, and Shields is celebrating all next week. Get to Shields. Football is back kickoff week with fun events, free samples, games, and your chance to win a $1,400 tailgate package. August 31st at Shields, the Fan Zone from 4 to 6. In-store games and activities. Then on September 2nd, Touchdown Taste. Stop in-store for free food samples. And then on September 4th, the high school tailgate from 4 to 6 at Valley High School. I believe Trent Condon's going to be live from there. You're going to have food, games, prizes, and music. Of course, the college football season kicks off on Thursday at Drake Stadium.
Yeah, so
I like
next
that.
week they're kicking off the season at Shields. This week they're kicking off the season at Drake.
Matt Walker, the head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, joins us. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good morning to you guys.
You know, you had a nice national push. You did the uniform reveal over the weekend, and that thing went viral. Hey, were those powder blues, which are sweet, by the way, your idea, or did the marketing team come to you? How did that all come together to where you're going to go with the powder blues?
You know, as you guys might know, like that's just such a cool look. And obviously it's a basketball thing, people that know the history of it and have read about it. But it's such a cool look. A lot of our teams are starting to adopt that as an alternative. And you just have seen it a lot throughout campus. And again, I'm learning still a lot about the history, but ever since I stepped on campus, every time I see that look, I'm like, man, oh man, that's unbelievable. So anytime I said, if I have an opportunity at some point, I'd love to do it. And I don't think any of us knew it was going to get this kind of reaction. But yeah, we just had the opportunity with to do an alternative and decided to do it. And man, oh man, is it blown up. What a cool thing.
I like it as an alternative, Coach. I think it pops. It's super cool. I'm not sure I'd like it every week.
I think that's a cool thing about the alternative. I think we'll just wear them once. We're trying to figure it out. I think what we'll do is the tradition becomes to be the home opener every year is kind of a good way to do it.
That's cool. Okay.
And that's going to be Thursday. So you're going to wear them on Thursday?
We are wearing them Thursday. Yep.
Okay.
See, that's a reason to go to Drake Stadium anyway. Go see the uniforms. You're going to see this team that moves like 150 miles an hour on the field is going to put like 80 points on the board. How has your first fall camp been? Yeah. You mentioned getting acclimated and probably getting to know people, still getting to know the town. How's everything going?
It's been incredible. You hear it from others about how great the people are here. And I'm sure that's a good narrative everywhere and on every campus, but it is really special. The people involved in this are absolutely incredible. I have to give my hats off to the players. Again, I said day one that I got the job, They didn't sign up for this. This is 3 coaches in 3 years. No one wants this for their college football journey. And I made that really, open to them and said, I understand, and had compassion where they were coming from. And man, they've just been all in with me since the day I arrived. I cannot say enough about these players. Absolutely incredibly bought in, dedicated, committed. I feel like I've been here 10 years and know these guys so well. It's our players get so much credit for how smooth this has gone.
You look comfortable, Coach. And how are the players adapting? Because it's going to be a change in playing style. I mean, are you able to bring that offense that you were running up in Wisconsin down here to Drake, or do you have to adapt some things to the roster that you've kind of inherited here?
We fully installed it. It's all in, ready to go. Because, as you guys know, a lot of times you're recruiting to your style, and this is a unique one in year one, or we're taking players that were already here in a different system, but they've been incredible. They've adjusted well. Our new kids have done great and been a nice part of it. We added a couple transfer pieces that are going to be important parts of this thing too. So, man, they've really adapted well to it and excited for it. And it's like I'm not here to say that the other forms of football aren't great. Like, there's a lot of ways to win football games, and I totally respect other ways. I just want to always try to score. It's just our style. I want to score as much as I can, as fast as I can. That's just the way we've decided to play.
It's funny. I'm looking right now. So a good friend of mine played on the 94 Nebraska team, right? So and he took the offensive goals for the 94 Nebraska team, which won a national championship. And I'll just give you a couple. 6 yards per rushing attempt, 40 points per game, tempo 13 seconds or less per play. Do you have goals so when you see those, do you have like a list of goals you want your offense to hit?
We don't have specific statistical goals like that because it's a system based on taking what a defense gives us. It's an aggressive style that attacks the space. So it's like you could throw it 80 times a game, feel like, oh my God, you never run the ball. And the next game you run it 85 times. It's just the way the system is set up. So what we do is we call it our 11% rule. It's kind of this deal where based on things like dropped passes and giving up sacks and negative yardage plays, these things, we think that 11% is kind of this cool number with 1% for every guy kind of thing. But our statistics would tell us that if we are above 11%, with these negative things, we struggle to win football games. Anytime we beat that and they're less than 11%, we haven't lost a game since I've been in the system. So it's really, that is more important to us. Keep the ball in play, stay away from negative plays. But it's hard to put a number on some of those things because it's a system based so much on doing what you need to do that day to win the football game.
With the way you move the football, are you prone to more turnovers? I mean, if you were coaching against your offense, how would you attack it?
I don't want to give that away, do I? I think what's happened is, and we've had to learn, we truly get a different look from most people. We don't typically get traditional defense all the time. When it's gone well, you get the spinning wheel, we say, the dartboard where guys are just trying anything at you. You're getting 3 down and dropping 8-1 play. You're getting 7 up and trying to pressure us and get out of our hands on the next play. We kind of know we got a team when we get them out of their base look and they're trying to spin the wheel. We really game plan now a little bit more like I'd say a triple option team who's going to get a different look because everyone's going to try their own spin to stop this thing.
Coach Matt Walker joining us.
How was that for my politically correct?
I love that question. You pulled a full Lane Kiffin right there. Are you going through the waiver wire right now to see what guys didn't sign, get drafted, and bring professional players back to Drake?
I am never surprised anymore when I wake up what I'm learning about my own sport that I'm a professional in, about that I didn't know the day before about. Isn't it incredible? I keep saying this. The product we're watching on TV has never been better, right? Like, how excited are we to start watching Saturday college football? Like, I can't wait. I'm so pumped we're playing on Thursday because I get to watch all those Saturday games. But right underneath the layer that we're watching that's so wonderful, we have a mess on our hands that it just feels like we can't clean it up yet. We need guardrails. Every single guy, every NCAA person, every head coach in the country at every level, every player, all of us can look each other in the eye, and we all know we have a problem. We have this issue that we have to figure out, and we haven't been able to do it yet. And it's like, we're getting mocked across the country about how our game is out of control. I would never say more important than our family or our faith or things, but what is better than college football? Man, oh man. So like, we got to figure this out and clean it up. We don't want to lose our game as we know it.
I think you're still living in that pure part of it, Coach.
Yeah.
You guys aren't as inundated with the money and egos and things. I mean, maybe I'm.
No, I think there's a little bit of deflection from that in this league still.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's trickling in though. Like, you can't get away from it. I look at my Division III team last year, and I mean, there's 3 kids off that transferred. I'm going to be really transparent here, and I don't want to give start any craziness here, but like, I had a couple kids going in with intentions of possibly coming here with us. I said from day one, we're going to handle this right. I'm not going to go poach my former team. I'm the biggest Falcon fan in the history of the world. But if guys were interested, they had to do it the right way. There were clearly going to be eyes on that. So they had to go in the portal and do it the right way if they were interested. And a couple of guys, I think, went in with intentions to come here with me and made money playing football. It's just like, it's just a crazy world we're living in right now. So we're deflected a little bit from that craziness, but it's trickling into every level of football right now.
All right, you've got a good face so far and some very political answers. What's been the thing that has shocked you the most, or maybe been the most challenging part of these first? I mean, you're still in the first 6 months here, right?
Yeah, I think that, again, if I'm being super duper honest, it's like you look at our schedule and there's just some level of football that'll be new for me. You're going to walk into Montana in a week from now and playing the number 1 or 2 team in the country. A level of football. Again, football's football. I truly believe that. But that's going to be a challenge that I've never faced before. That level of play and high level of play to coach in. But man, everything's been positive here so far. It's just been wonderful. I haven't had any negative things happening.
To that point of playing, got Montana looming. You have a really weird schedule this year.
Bizarre. Schedule.
Only a couple of what? Yeah, Travis, what did you tell me? They only have 4 home games? I didn't even recognize
4 home games, and after Thursday, you're not home till like October 3rd.
Yeah, it's strange. You're in a unique league already with the travel, and then our level of ball, this FCS football. You're typically, you're playing some of these pay games. I just say what it is. You're going to play some of these bigger opponents, and that is what it is. It's all our levels doing that, and. But it's like, what cooler thing is there than to get to go play in that atmosphere? I've had people tell me that they've been to Notre Dame and coached in games at USC and coached in games all over the country, and they said they would trade it all for the atmosphere at Montana. Like, what's better and cooler than that for our kids? It's going to be awesome.
And the good thing is you get to go in September or late August, and it's not as cold as hell up there. Because if you went in December, you'd be like, "What the?" And you'll be gladly go in December if it's a playoff game. But right now, you're like, "I don't want to go freeze my ass off."
Yeah, I might be the one that would kind of understand that from all my cold games. But yeah.
Travis, I don't want to short him. It is 5 home games on the season.
Did I short him? I'm sorry.
So we've got South Dakota Mines coming up on Thursday. October 3rd, Dayton comes to town.
Okay.
October 17th is Marist. October 24th is Butler. And then towards the end of the season, November 7th, San Diego comes to town. That'll be fun. Bring those warm ocean boys to Iowa on November 7th. Maybe we can cook up a 4-degree day for you.
Yeah, let's hope a blizzard that day. That'd be a good one.
Right.
What do you know about South Dakota? Here's all we know about South Dakota School of Mines. They got a great nickname in the Hard Rockers. I mean, you got to admit that's I would come out in like Van Halen T-shirts, Twisted Sister, or something like that. But
it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, what a cool name, right? Awesome.
Yeah. What do you know about the
State
school?
Has the Gorillas. Just
Gorillas is
cool
a good one. What Richmond is the Spiders.
Yeah,
that's a cool one.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. If you were to start your own team, your own college, what would be your school colors and your mascot?
Oh, wow, that's
I don't want to burn the whole segment.
No, you're good.
I
would go with I'd try to do something unique.
Yeah, me too.
Right, so I maybe like an orange or something like. There's not a lot of things Travis has his orange on, or a purple. I actually kind of like the UNI purple.
Yeah.
But by mascot, I'd want to do something really strange.
Yeah. And it probably depends where you're at, right?
Yeah. I think like banana slugs. That's such a great one. Is that UC Santa Cruz?
I think so.
Yeah.
In Santa Barbara's what, the Gauchos, I believe?
Gauchos is a fun one.
Yeah, there's some cool ones.
Have you ever thought about that, Travis? Maybe like, what about the octopi? Because you can't be the octopuses. Right?
Yeah. You can't.
I'm going to be the orange octopi. There's my team for you, Coach.
See, you asked the question. You must have thought about this.
No, I actually haven't. I thought about it a little bit. I see my kid playing those video games, and he can design his own team, and it made me think of it. But
yeah, that's good.
Didn't mean to take us off track here.
No, Coach,
that's what the show is all about.
Trust
me. What we love. We love.
You're working your way towards a weekly segment with stuff like that.
You are
Coach.
very quickly.
I'm ready. I'm available. You let me know.
So I do have an important question.
Oh God.
How do you spend so much time in Wisconsin? I lived in Wausau for 2 years, right?
Yeah. How
do you spend so much time in Wisconsin and you don't have an accent? I need a toast. I need you go to Maryland, Athens, and you don't have the accent. How'd you do that?
Well, it's the deep roots from Indiana. I'm from Indiana. I spent all my time there, went to school there. So I get all this feedback that I got this Southern twang. I got this Indiana. It was so thick and a part of me before I went to Wisconsin. The Wisconsin piece never creeped in. And then a unique accent. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's
beyond, yeah.
When I moved there and they didn't pronounce the THs, I'm like, it's Athens. No, it's Athens. I'm like, no. I had a hard time assimilating up there. You fit in up there because you stayed up there for so long and you won football games. I worked for the ABC affiliate and got fired and never fit in.
Our buddy Ken Payne. My mom grew up in Wisconsin, Coach, and we used to be able to know when my mom would answer the phone at home if it was somebody from the farm. Because my mom would answer the phone, hello? Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. You go, that's somebody from the farm.
Yeah.
Here's the one word. You both will understand this. Our buddy Ken Payne. If you want to know if somebody is from Wisconsin, ask them to say the name Wisconsin. We put an I after the W. Wisconsin. Ask somebody from Wisconsin if they're from Wisconsin. They say Wisconsin.
Yep. It's thick in that word, isn't it?
Oh,
it's funny. My wife's from Indiana too, and we have 4 kids, and all of a sudden we hear them start talking, and they drop one of these Wisconsin words, and we'd be like, "Who the hell are these kids
right.
talking like crazies?"
We don't speak like that in this house.
Right.
I have to brace for that, Coach, and that's with your own kids. So my grandchild, she's a year old, right? But she lives in Water Valley, Mississippi.
No boy.
And so, because my daughter works at the University of Mississippi, and and when she starts talking, she's a year old, but I know when she starts talking, it's going to be a deep Southern accent because her daycare is all run by these Southern women who, precious.
I never thought about that, Travis.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah. So you grew up in Indiana. Did you grow up a Hoosier fan? Did you grow up a Boilermaker fan, a Notre Dame fan?
Yeah, we're Indiana family. You got to pick there. You're hardcore. You got choices to make. It's an interesting state you got the Indiana Purdue choice you got to make, and then you got the Colts is easy, but then you got and Pacers. But baseball's an interesting one. You got your Cubs, Sox, Cardinals, Reds. You're kind of equidistant from all of them. You gotta find some allegiance there.
That's like Des Moines, Coach, as far as MLB. I mean, obviously we don't have the same have the same problem with college sports with the 3 universities that you did.
Yeah.
But you didn't. I thought you were going to say you had to choose between Indiana and Purdue. I thought that next layer was actually going to be Notre Dame, like Travis said. But you
I would tell you there's a little bit of that, but being from there, Notre Dame's kind of this. It's kind of the state of Notre Dame in some ways. You don't not claim it, but it's not the same as the Indiana Purdue thing. It just is weird. And maybe others would argue with me from Indiana. I just never felt that. I felt it was its own world, and then Indiana Purdue was the choice you had.
Well, I always thought Notre Dame, and I've been there a couple times to cover football games, but I always got it like Chicago was like Notre Dame's fan base.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So let me ask about the team then. So you guys play Thursday night. Will you guys get together on Saturday to watch college football? And if you did so, who would be the preferred team to watch amongst the team?
Oh, obviously there's Hawkeye, but we have kids from 27 different states on our team. So
I was looking at your roster.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
diverse.
wild, isn't it? Yeah, very cool. It's one of the awesome things I love about this place. But I'm actually, we've reported July 30th for preseason camp, and we've just been at it straight. So we're just gonna all get out of here. I told staff, players, no one's allowed in the building on Saturday. We're gonna clean up because they have class on Friday anyway. We'll clean up and watch the tape of the game Friday, but then Saturday, I'm not allowed to see you in the building. You got to go home and hang out. And guys that are close enough, I think will go. No one's seen their families. It's been a pretty hardcore camp, so I could see our local guys taking home some of the guys from out of state, and everybody get the hell out of here and relax for a day.
I mean, does recruiting start now too? I mean, what does that look like? 'Cause you got a coach, but you also got to start building for probably not next season, but even the year after that.
Yeah, I would tell you it doesn't start because it never stops. It's for real. It's just on all the time. But you got some NCAA calendar things keeping you from doing some of the stuff, but you're just on full court press all the time in recruiting now. It never stops. It's another thing we might need to put some guardrails on. It's like everyone loves my job on Saturday and thinks it's cool, but you got to be careful really wanting this. You never sleep. You're never home. It's 24/7, 365. It's a bad lifestyle of like healthy living. It's not great for my health. We're just saying our coaches, we were just joking as part of preseason, like you take care of the staff and you eat in the dining hall with the players. It's just kind of what you do everywhere. And so our dining hall here does a great job. We've been eating healthy and, doing a good job. And now that kind of ended when classes started, and we all were like at Cane's yesterday. We're going to go to Chipotle later. It's like, we're just going to turn into fat turds again. We were just like, man, we were doing so well. It's hard to keep it going. You're like, let's do a good job. Let's meal prep. And then you're tired and you run out of time. And
give me some gummies. Give me some sugar gummies.
Yeah, terrible.
So you were at River Falls. How long were you at River Falls? I forget.
15 years.
15 years. So this is going to date me, but back in the day, you had the Cheese League, right? Did River Falls, because the Chiefs used to practice there for the longest time, did they make significant improvements to that? I mean, were the remnants of their investment in River Falls still present when you were up there?
They were. They helped, and I missed them by a year. What I would tell you is, I don't want to say anything bad. Yes, they helped us with some of the facility stuff. I'm just going to say it. I think they got out of town pretty clean to not redo that stadium before they left. They were there, I think 18 years, 19 years. They were a long time to get out of town and not be on the hook to help with the next.
Trav, can you fill some of us in? I'm kind of lost here, and the internet cut out just the wrong time there for me. I missed some key phrases.
So Ross, back in the day, and Coach, you can help me out. There was the Cheese League where teams would go north for training camp. So you had the Vikings in Mankato, the Bears were in Platteville.
Yeah.
The Jaguars were in Stevens Point for a little
Saints
bit.
Were maybe in lacrosse, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Chiefs were in River Falls. So you would have those inter squad but once you became indoor facilities and it just cost prohibitive, people just said, "Oh, we'll go closer to home." So
I think it was a media thing back there. Before the internet, it was a way to get your name out in the different fan base to make sure they caught you. And I think there were some different reasons, but now it's like,
I remember as a kid when we would drive up to see Grandma and Grandpa up on the farm, we would stop in Platteville to the Bears camp.
Yeah.
We'd drive, and the team would run across the road. I mean.
Yeah, it was just like some access that you didn't have when they were in their headquarters. So, it was kind of a cool. It was funny. It was always the narrative that everyone loved it when the pro team was there, except the college team that played there, because they had your locker room, they had the meeting rooms, they had all the best times because you were overlapping camps.
Yeah, that makes
and everyone. You thought it was the coolest thing, and it was for the town and school, and it was cool. But the coaches and the college team hated it. It was like fun the first year, and they're like, God damn, we can't use our locker room.
I love it.
We can't eat when we want. They have our meeting rooms. You heard a lot of that.
They've got your dorms probably
Travis,
too.
it's like I'd never heard that phrase Cheese League, and I
It
really
was a
only
big deal.
knew about the
'Cause
Bears
you're
in
young.
Platteville.
I'm old.
I'm just
I'm
at
old.
that. I'm right at that cutoff.
How old are you? How old are you guys?
I'm 48.
Okay, we're the
I'm
same
50.
age.
I'll be 56.
You and I, in fact, Coach, if I remember right, you and I, our birthdays are very, very close to each other. I just haven't accomplished anything.
I'm 49.
Oh, see, you didn't even know.
I'm older than all you guys.
I'm
older
the
than
pup.
all you guys.
Look at me over here, the young guy.
I'm the old fart.
You guys, you guys need any agile work done? Let me know. I'm your guy.
Coach, will you come back on with us again? Will you do this?
Anytime.
Excellent.
Cool.
I'll go weekly if you want.
We'll set this up with you. We would love
we'll-
that. And then we
yeah,
can stay up to date and keep people informed, and we'd love to do that.
Talk some college football.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, it'd be great.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend or on Thursday, and I can't wait to see those Powder Blues. Those are going to be awesome. So
Thanks
good
a lot.
luck.
Yeah, boy, let's pack that place. Let's get everybody out there. 6:30 Thursday, wearing the light blues, under the lights, fireworks. Let's go.
Fireworks. You
Love
can't
it.
go wrong
We're
with
gonna have
fireworks.
They told me we're gonna have fireworks. I can't believe it.
Whoa.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think Brian Harden just meant the offense. That's what he meant.
Yeah. Brian goes, no, we meant 80 points. We don't have the budget for fireworks. They went down to the Iowa Fireworks Farm and had Wade put on a display.
I got the
All
old
right, Coach.
spin burst. We can make it happen for you, Coach.
Love it.
Good stuff.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Coach.
Yep. Coach Matt Walker from the he's fun. I like him.
I like him. Yeah.
We get really lucky. I mean,
do we get lucky, or is Brian Harden good at his job?
yeah, that's true. You got Coach Walker's got a great personality. Hendo's got a. Can you dunk, Coach? Come on now. Come on now. He was insulted by the question. Oh. That 2 hours flew by, my friend.
Yes, it did, bud. Yes, it did. Go have a Tuesday, my friend.
I'll try. I got meetings.
Oh, look at you. That doesn't sound good.
Well, no, it's just you go from a day of golfing to a day of, like, you got to go back to work. We do have a poll up on the X page. I put it up yesterday for Central City Liquors. Do you want beer? Do you want liquor? Do you want wine? He threw wine into the mix this week. Or do you want the THC drinks? So go to our X page, and we'll try to narrow it down tomorrow.
Yeah.
But again,
The wine
beer.
hit at the fair, I'll tell you.
See, can't go wrong with some good wine. Go with the sparkling, the champagne, the Prosecco, the red, the white, you name it. Don't forget, Trent Condon and the Lunch Rush coming up from 11 to 1 right here on the Rush Radio Network. Ross and I will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hey, Tanner with Liberty Lawn and Landscape here. We are now booking, so get a hold of us to schedule your next project today. Serving the Des Moines Metro, we specialize in a variety of services such as retaining walls, paver patios, edging and rocking, and much more. Now offering 3D renderings to show you exactly how your project will look before beginning. Liberty is proudly veteran-owned and ready to serve you today.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
State Fair savings have rolled into Willis Chevrolet of Granger. It's the biggest event of the season, and we're celebrating with huge discounts, deals like Silverado 1500 0% APR for 60 months, plus $750 cash rebate. Trailblazer already affordable, now packed with an additional $750 cash rebate. Come see why Willis Chevrolet of Granger is the best place in Iowa to buy a Chevy. Here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
When you play the new Hawkeye Instaplay ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you could win $20,000 cash instantly. Plus, enter for a chance to become an exclusive VIP game day-inaire at Kinnick Stadium as the Iowa Hawkeyes host the Cyclones on September 12th. And Iowa State fans, don't miss your chance to be part of the action with the new Cyclone Instaplay ticket. You can enter to win too. Pick up yours at an Iowa Lottery retailer today.
Woohoo!
After Hawkeye football games this season, it's your turn to get in on the action. Travis Justice and Ross Peterson are taking your calls for the Black and Gold Rush. Find it here on the Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Don't settle for less. Get more of what you want with new Power Water from Powerade. More electrolytes, more flavor, and zero sugar. Do it again, make it a 10. I got the power. Finally, a fitness water that gives you power for more. Powerade Power Water. It takes more.
The Rush Radio Network is proud to bring you live local weekday programming. Check out The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 4 to 6. The Rush Radio Network. Sports Talk Iowa.